Hello and welcome to Racers Without Borders International. This time another Saturday league and another challenge for our drivers. Today it will be me, Racersol, commentating with you and also with my friend Jeroen Roiling.
Hello everyone.
So we have a new league, Clash of Warriors. Interesting idea by the admins of RWB, bringing us 6 races but 6 different cars. Although it's only 3 brands, being it Aston Martin, Porsche and Mercedes. Every week we'll have a different type of car. As you can see, this week we are starting with the AMG GT3 and we are going to continue throughout the season for the next round at Zolder in the Vantage GT4, continuing on to Barcelona and Brands Hatch, Mount Panorama and ending on in Hungaroring, switching to Porsche and Mercedes respectively. And as it is usual in RWB leagues, we already had our qualifying happen throughout the week. And as you can see on the screen right now, it is Jake Moore that has taken the pole, with Tyrone in the second place and Ollie Kirton being our top 3. The drivers are already pulling out onto the formation corner, as it is just a short formation lap, not much time to get the heat into the tires or any pressure up, so we definitely had to make good adjustments to our pressures.
Yeah, there they go. Jake Moore is I think Jake Moore is gonna run away. What do you think?
Maybe there will be some surprise. They are lining up double file, going down towards Eau Rouge. Hour and 45 minutes of spec racing of the Aston Martin GT4s.
And
As the
we're
cars
off.
are moving, and we are racing at Spa-Francorchamps, looks like a good start for Jake Moore, who ekes out into the front ahead of Tyrone. Ollie Kirton challenge for the slipstream battle, Marco Badowski, and also we can see it's looking to be...
There's a crash. There's been a crash in Eau Rouge. You see yellow flags at the minimap.
Well, we have quite a few cars.
Oh, who is it? The Vries?
Yeah, looks like it was Robert. But meanwhile, at the front, it has been a clean start. Jake Moore, about half a second in front of Tyrone. And Kirtan managing to keep his first place. So clean start from the leaders.
What happened to Schaefer? He started P6. He's now 8th.
A little bit of position loss, but with hour and 45 minutes, you are not gonna win this on lap 1. Self-preservation is there, so there's a little bit of slide. That may have been Daniel Barnett. Maybe. But you can see the snake of the Aston Martins.
They're racing very closely now.
Yeah, great racing from them at the start. Now
Schaefer
it's just
in the pink car. You can miss him, do you?
Yeah, I would rather miss this car and not have to look at it anymore.
We will delete the skin next time.
Yeah, I think I'll have to talk to Martin about color choices.
Look at Matt Digo, my former teammate in the last league. P6, doing a great job.
Let's see, the lap 1 into the chicane. Jake Moore missing slightly going in. This might give opportunity to RWB Tyrone get under the rear wing.
Tyrone needs to brake late and then cut back in the going in T1.
Probably you don't want to be ahead going into Eau Rouge and onto the Camel Straight, with the slipstream effect being as strong. So yeah, I can see now Jake Moore. The rear view mirrors full of the Aston Martin of Tyrone. Let's see, up through Eau Rouge. Can Tyrone get the run?
I think he will be too far away, but
That seems like a little bit too far.
Yeah, you get a lot of understeer when you're behind someone that close in Eau Rouge.
Yeah, something we can see also in real life. As we remember from the F1 Grand Prix back in 2018, Sebastian Vettel on a restart He was just too close to Hamilton in front, and I can say that the understeer is heavy through Eau Rouge. Fight going on for P3, Ollie Kierton and Nate Newcomer. Nate looks to be a little bit more pacey at the start of the race. Maybe Kierton just needs to get up into the rhythm, or it's just Newcomer maybe having tires much better or much faster in the racing trim.
Hi, Martin, Peter, and chat. Good evening.
I think we saw something happen here with Miko Sky. We take a look. Oh, yeah, there's a slight contact and
That's a lot of
more.
damage. That's a lot of damage. Schaefer is also far back now with the pink car.
Something maybe has happened. Yeah, big damage on the front of the Aston Martin for Martin Schaefer, so maybe some problems going through, and you can already see him in a pit lane.
Yeah, Schaefer is 35 at the moment.
And that looks to me like that's day done for Martin.
Ooh, Door is out as well. He's in the pits, he's lost.
Yeah, lots of touching between the drivers, but something you kinda expect with the 35 even a bit more, 37 cars that we started with. There is bound to be some door banging, but you would try to avoid that as much as you can. You know, hot heads, cold tires, cold everything.
You don't normally see mistakes from Jake Moore though. It was a one-off.
Yeah, probably, as we said, just the temperatures. That
Newcomer on Curtin.
For P3, the newcomer has the outside line against Ollie Kierton. Kierton nicely does it, holds the inside, and newcomer just has to go the long way around. And it seems like Kierton is starting to form a little bit of trend behind him with Barko Badowski, Madley, and Emil Sjöblom. Just all of them together. And how long can Kierton hold this up?
This is going to be fun on a long straight on the next lap. If you make one mistake, you open up yourself to a lot of opportunities to get overtaken now.
Will be tough fight for Nate Newcomer though. You see him going slightly wide through P1, and already that puts Badowski onto him. The gaps between them are so small that the tiniest mistake can cost you a position at any point of the race. Meanwhile, Jake Moore currently holds the lead at about 1 second to Tyrone, or Tyrion, I should say correctly.
Yeah, he's extending his lead quite slowly, but he's extending it.
Yeah, seems like the name of the game is gonna be the consistency. Looks like Kierton has managed to pull a little bit away from newcomer. Maybe one of them is probably running a lower wing or high one.
What do you think, Racer, in terms of pit strategy? Do we have stint timers in this league, or?
No, it's free for all. As Jake Moore goes for the fastest lap of 2:18.7 right now, but someone who's going fast is also the newcomer, looking to the outside of Kierton. But Kierton just says no, shuts the door closed.
But he will get another opportunity on the long straight.
Newcomer is not as close this time, so maybe the slipstream effect might be better. And the understeer through Eau Rouge doesn't look to be as bad as the car exiting.
He's coming out of the pit.
And Nate has a good run now, closing to Kierton, but Kierton just goes to the inside line. The experienced man in sim racing here at RWB and positions the car in the way he should. There's a little bit of slide from Kierton. Puts him on the back foot through the next corners, and newcomer maybe will have a dive to the next one, probably not from this distance.
He needs to watch out for Badowski. Badowski is looking as well for an opportunity there.
Yeah, I don't envy Nate in this position. More fights going on behind. Daniel Barnett currently behind Kai Banks, the Godzilla of RWB. Little bit better run for Banks out of the no-name corner, or the speaker's corner, however you want to call it. Down the inside into one. Side by side, Godzilla tries to hang on to dear life for the top 10 positions, but looks like Barnett has got it with a beautiful move. Got the run out of the corner, has the correct line through the next one, and there it is.
That was a nice one.
A good one, good from both of them, giving each other respect through the corner, not running other car wide or turning in. Meanwhile, Nate.
He's on the full attack of Newcomer.
Like maybe
Ooh, going to run outside.
line. But Kirtan just hold it to the inside. And then there's no way around for Nate Newcomer. Nate will have to get really well alongside to attempt to pass.
Yeah, Jake is extending his lead by 6/10 a lap on P2. Just did it to 18.6.
We shall see how that goes for them. Interesting fact will be who runs what level of fuel. Because hour 45, they are not gonna do it on a single tank. So it will be interesting to see who maybe goes for a light fuel run right now and maybe fuels up a bit more, trying to run away from the competition. Or who maybe splits the fuel.
If Newcomer is stuck, he could try maybe an undercut of some sort, depending on his fuel level.
Yeah, the undercut is an opportunity, but you need to also take into account the cars behind, because if you go out and you are gonna be in a battle, then you basically gain nothing. You're gonna be stuck behind cars.
No, but he's definitely quicker than...
Will be an interesting thing to look for between the drivers. Orfine also going here behind the GOAT friend Emil Sjöblom, underneath the rear wing of Madley right now. So
Good defending of the inside there.
All of them here up front, experienced drivers of the RWB leagues. Wherever you look, you can see the similar faces, and at this point, the drivers know each other quite well. You would say that they know how do they drive, they know where you are weak, where you are strong. But still, it's tough getting by at this point because all the cars are the same. Badowski tries to show the nose. Tries to go for a move on Newcomer, maybe scare him a little bit into later braking into a mistake. But Nate holds on.
It's gonna be interesting to see how this works out in the long run for them.
Well, the fighting is gonna take its toll on the tires. But I don't suspect anyone is gonna change. Hour 45 is gonna be tough, but I would say it is possible to take the tires this long.
No, I was planning to change the tires though, if I was able to race.
Sure. Well, maybe some will try to go for a tire change, some will try to stay on the set as long as they can. Important will be how you can nurse the tires. Like if you are hard on them, then probably the change is gonna be the better option, but can you then regain the time you would lose on a pit stop? You know, the 30 seconds, that's quite a lot. And with these tires, there is not much of a difference when it comes to... There is a difference, but it's not as big with the new set.
Yeah, but you need to go in for fuel as well, and I think you need quite a heavy load for 1 hour and 45 minutes, so you normally have a 20-second pit stop for that, so you only add 10 seconds.
Yeah, but that is a different... Definitely an interesting part of it. And we saw a little bit of mistake there from Kirtan. in the shot going through Pujon. Ran a little bit wide, and then Nate Newcomer back at it again under the rear wing of the Aston Martin.
He's all over him, left, right. He's gonna have an opportunity now. He's in a good slipstream, real close.
Will Kirten defend the inside line? You know, the run towards Blanchimont is kind of curved.
Oh, he's gonna try it? No.
Still holds on, but Badowski must have a good run as well.
Medley is also catching up.
They still manage to hold on to each other. Ollie Kirten putting on a great defense right now. We already have our first victim of the track warnings. We have Nigel Wood getting himself a drive-through penalty. That's gonna sting a little bit. But now side by side towards Eau Rouge. Who's gonna back out? Who's gonna hold it? It looks like Nate backs out just slightly, but he wants to get past. He has to get past.
I think Newcomer shot himself going through Rouge. He's gonna have to run.
He has to get past now. He can't just wait behind of Kirten. But he just can't get
he's still
down the
holding it.
inside line.
Good job by Curtin.
Yeah, Ollie is not driving fast, but he definitely is driving fast enough for him.
He's given Medley the opportunity to catch up on the train. That's gonna be a 4-man train.
But at what point do you think Ollie Kirten is just gonna be used to this? Like, at this point, you are doing this for so long. It does not even feel like defense, it's just the regular driving, you know.
I think Curtin's running real low wing, so he's quick on the straights.
Yeah, might be also part of that. But I think some part of the troubles for Newcomer is also the fact that everyone is in Aston Martin. You know, it gets easier when you are fighting against, I don't know, Bentley against Ferrari, or if it was Aston Martin against Lamborghini, you know, two different cars, different characteristics. But now everyone has the same car. You would say that it's gonna be slightly more difficult to get past.
Yeah, you really need to look for like mistakes or weak spots of a driver and then act on that.
Yeah, as we saw Nate taking the curb through Blanchimont, literally looking at any part of the track that will give him any kind of advantage. Meanwhile, Jake Moore goes for a fastest lap of 2:18.600. But now Nate Newcomer looking for a tag.
Oh, he has the inside, Badowski's inside. If you brake late, he got it.
He was looking for an attacking move, but now has to play defense.
Little bad exit by Badowski. Medley is also there. It's going to be close, so he's gonna back out.
Can they hold it together? They can beautifully. Marco Badowski will have probably the worst run through the corner though. This gives Medley the opportunity. We saw one attack from Newcomer put him onto defense from Badowski, and then his attack just had to put him onto defense from Medley. It's just a madness with these drivers. You can't put your foot wrong.
And still Curtin is getting away, getting a little gap now. Maybe if he gets in some proper laps, he can create that 2-second gap he needs.
Yeah, might be the slipstream battles, you know, sometimes when the slipstream is the only thing that's holding you in the race. Well, if you get the chance to break the slipstream, the car behind just then has to rely on themselves. You can just pull away.
How is it going further back? See P16, 17, 18 are close together. Yeah. Al, Keller, Camaletto.
The classic, the Mad Al train is happening as well. We have to speak nicely about Al, he's the head steward.
I only need to speak nice about him next week when I'm driving again. What happened to Camaletto, by the way? He's normally quite quick.
I don't know, but he started in P32, so probably didn't take his part in qualifying. So he's now gained about 14 positions, I'd say, which is a giant step.
I think there's a big train behind from P20 to P26. It's one big train.
There's many trains right now. It's Damien Wilk.
With Fleck and debug.
Debug ahead of him, making a slight mistake, putting a foot wrong.
Oh, someone went wide.
And who's that? Also, I'm not gonna search right now through the broadcasting
no.
tool through all of them. But Debug putting himself up into P21, although still on defense. There's more going on behind. Looks like to be a Wouter Lion fighting off Miko Sky. So we saw Miko Sky having troubles up ahead, and Wouter does not seem like he has the pace right now. Something must have happened with him as well, the third driver.
Look at that, going too wide to Rouge.
To Rouge, Damien Wilk and Debug, even as the inside line come into the corner. There's more fighting also going on. Flag and Sien going at it.
Oh, bad exit.
It also looks like FX is joining in on the fight.
Is FX gonna get 2 places in one straight? I think so.
Maybe if he's brave enough on the brakes. Are we gonna go 3 wide? Come on, guys. That's not gonna work. FX neatly slides up a position ahead of Flag. Meanwhile, Flag has to fight off Javier Eugeni. There's fights going on everywhere right now.
Yeah, it really goes together with all the same liveries or same manufacturer cars.
There's more things that looks like to be... Who's that? There's probably Charger, I would say. Just neatly pulling away from everyone's troubles now will be a moving chicane through the corner. It just slides down the inside of Eugenie. Eugenie holds on to the position. But yeah, Charger just being the mobile chicane in the worst possible position you could want him.
Still some good racing by all of the drivers.
Yeah, slight bit of aggression, but safe enough. Well, nothing has changed at the top. Newcomers.
The train is back. The train is back. The Curtin train.
Newcomer still behind of Kirtan. Some more fights going. Oh, a little bit of touch.
The spin.
So, Jake Cavaletta and probably Christian Barros going at it together.
Nicely weighted by Barrows.
Let's see through the.
I think it was a racing accident. Cavaletta steered in too early and.
We can. Oops. Okay. I bet that's the replay just cutting off a bit sooner than I expected. But while we were looking at that, Oli Kirtan has lost the position apparently by the live timing, but he has managed to regain
Yeah,
that.
he's regained it.
Does the replay go there?
I think they were side by side coming out of sector 1, and that's what the timing registered.
Yeah, so Nate managed to get ahead, but Kirtan probably just again down the inside and just takes the position. Thank you very much. And they're back at it. These guys are inseparable at this moment.
Yeah, I see Jake Morris pulling ahead even further.
Yeah,
getting down in the 18s again.
Yeah, currently holder of the fastest lap. Already almost 6 seconds ahead of Tyrion. And also Tyrion has a nice gap of what is about 8 seconds back to this group, so, you know. Kirtan just being the cork in a bottle.
Still holding on heavily to P3.
Snake tries to go down the long way around. On the outside, he
Oh, there's
gives
gonna
the
be a
nose
spin.
in there, and there's a contact between both of them. Oh, and that one,
Oh.
that's gonna be a big loss for Keaton, and you could see that coming slightly
Yeah.
the way Nate was after someone going over the curb.
Nate is waiting. I think that was Nate's fault as well. What's happening? Skirting.
I don't know what's happening here. Ollie probably managed to spin the car.
Can we get a replay of that?
Yeah, let's see what happened. Get from the inside of Nate.
Yeah, he clipped the inside curb. I think it pushed the front of the car of Nate a bit out, and then he touched the curtain.
Yeah, just this move you can kind of expect it and see it happening in front of you, but you are just committed at that point. There is nothing else to do.
Yeah, I think maybe Nate should have waited, or maybe took the corner a bit closer, sharper.
Yeah, probably should have just gave up at that point.
Yeah. But we will let the stewards decide.
Of course, that's what stewards are for, there.
We're just here to moan about everything.
Yeah, we're just.
Oh, Maddie's losing it. Oh, Maddie lost it in the corner.
That's a
Good
hard
save.
and a half moment.
Good save, but it cost him, I think, 3 or 4 positions. What happened? Did he lift too much, or he lost at mid corner? Like the rear just went loose, and he overcorrected.
No, but that got close really towards the wall. I don't know, that just seems like maybe a bit too much speed going to the corner. Having the front side loaded a bit too much. And when the front tires grip up, you just go, you're gone.
Yeah, the Aston Martin really likes to have a little bit of throttle on braking, because the differential puts you, if you have a lot of preload, it will push you out.
With it being front engine, you also have lots of weight on that axle, so have to be a little bit careful with the front engine cars on the braking.
Caminetta going for the move on Barrows.
Oh yeah, that's Camoletto. I was thinking it's Wilk behind him. So Christian being really close behind Camoletto. He maybe goes for the outside, and Camoletto just puts the Aston Martin right in front of the other Aston Martin.
I think it's Camoletto will be riding behind Barrows, right? Yeah.
Or maybe that, yeah, that would make a lot more sense. A little bit of tail happy out of the corner though for Barras. To go up through Eau Rouge, and that's a beautiful run from Jack Camoletto though. Pulls to the left hand side. Does he have enough straight line speed in the car? He pulls slightly ahead of Christian Barros into the braking zone, and simple move, simply done.
That was a textbook move.
More things happening behind. Ian Simcox going at it with what looks to be Flag. Or is it Flag? No problem. No, Flag is ahead. It will be Kevin Shepard behind. It's still all neatly, tidily pulled together. Apart from the leaders that have just gone into the different time zone at this point. But the mid pack is close as ever.
Yeah, just like I predicted, Jake Moore just saying hello to everyone and then goodbye.
Yeah, it was nice knowing you.
He can get a cup of tea in between.
Probably even will.
Oh, look at the move. Maddie making moves. Barney.
Trying to make the moves, but not possible, although Barnett has the worst run through the chicane. He manages just to get enough of the drive out from the corner, but they will have the inside line for turn 1 for Lasurs, but you can't just dive the cars so easily.
He needs to get a good run to a Rouge and then get him on. Oh, they're going too wide. No, they don't.
That would be a little bit of craziness going too wide, although... Where did... I think Barnet just disappeared from the screen there somehow. He just reappeared on top of the corner. Yeah, if you lose the car in Eau Rouge, you're just praying to whatever higher being you believe in or even not believe in. At that point, hoping that it's just gonna sort itself out somehow.
I think you can pray whatever you want, but you will die.
Yeah, if you get lucky, you maybe get away with it.
There's some weird stuff going on in the pit wall, so it's hard for me to...
Fights going on behind. Odin, Sion, FX, and Javier Evgeny going at it. Evgeny goes for a mighty dive down the inside. Hard on the brakes. Makes the move down into Lecombe. Oh, running slightly wide. You don't want to run wide through there many times. I can't even count it on all of my fingers how many times I got a warning through there.
Shun is a good advertiser for Audi. He has on the side the RWB Audi. I think Shun is his biggest fan.
Isn't it Audi?
Yeah, I know. Just kidding.
Yeah, he finally makes it less confusing by being Audi in anything other than Audi. It gets confusing when you are talking about Audi and Aston Martin fighting another Audi driver. At that point, you are thinking if you had a couple of drinks before or if you are listening correctly. But Sion or Audi, I'll keep the Sion. A bit easier to comprehend what is going on. Under the attack from Flag through the section, but managed to just about get the run through the corner.
Maddie's still behind Barnet, but if he gets a good run here, he's close. He's close. I think Barnet will. Oh, he didn't cover up the inside line. I think Maddie got him.
And this seems like an easy position for Madley then.
Yeah.
Barnett may be expecting a little bit more from his car or a bit less from Madley and just gets caught out. Madley's already down the inside, and at that point you can't move. You just have to accept the fact that you've lost the position.
Maybe he's gonna try and follow Maddie because maybe Maddie is a quicker driver.
Or even that, you can see drivers trying that at any point of the race, just stick behind and use the slipstream to tow you along the circuit.
Would be a smart move because Maddie was of course P5 before.
Now the trains have slightly been derailed over the time. Drivers are starting to be slightly more falling apart with each other.
Yeah, they're getting some bigger gaps now.
But we have here Nigel Wood fighting off with Robert De Vries.
Ooh, that was a close one.
That got really close for them.
Maybe a bit of help from the net code.
It looked like at that point that Nigel is gonna go round. Nigel being the first car that was in a pit lane. But that was his drive-through that put him all the way down into P23. Looking at it, he was in... Where was he when it started? He was in P19. So he dropped 19 positions all the way down here. Or 13 positions.
Yeah, look at door. Dead last at the moment.
Yeah, I think door is still running.
No, he's still running.
So does not give up, although he has Charger in front of him, so that should be quite easy pickings at some point. From P9 now, dropped 27 positions. He has
Oh, he stopped.
the other spy.
He stopped.
I don't know, why would you stop on the straight?
This is dangerous. I hope he just disconnects now.
This is... I don't know.
If someone is side by side, you're gonna die.
Oh, we had the side by side, but I don't know what's happening. Maybe... Oh, he finally returns to the pit lane. Maybe something has happened that he had to just run away from the sim. You know? Because we all are just at home, you know, some things might happen that need your immediate attention, so you just can't even return to the pit lane.
Or maybe his wheel got disconnected.
Oh, don't talk about that, please. Mate's brakes just decided to be on like 50% brake pressure.
Oof, that's a long race then.
Yeah, the start of the 12 hour, few laps in, and the brake pedal just decides to get stuck on the 50%, even though the pedal itself would just respond backwards. But the game was, I said we stopped now. So trying to figure out what you are gonna do, how do you get the car back from Brussels to the pit lane? At least we managed to get the car back.
Is this Rigel and Binnesley?
Yeah, Rigel tucked down under the wing of Rick. Still expecting who pulls the trigger, who goes first into the pit lane from this lead group. At this point you can make it to the end. We are past the critical lap. Going up push for Rigel as he catches the curb nastily through the Eau Rouge. Just heads to let the car go.
Yeah. Oh, who's this?
Something has happened here.
I think he's waiting for someone. There's been... Oh.
Oh, okay, so this is going back way more. But that looked weird as he just appeared at the wall.
What was that?
You would have to ask him. My scientific analysis doesn't go as far. Now, Oli Kirten now on the hunt says he dropped down after his slight contact with Nate Newcomer. And guess who's behind him again?
I think Newcomer let him by because Newcomer was in front of him, like quite some places.
Yes, we have a car 74 now stopped and Christian again.
I think there's something on hardware level that has been an issue with him.
What has happened here? Yeah, looks like he just stopped the car on the outside. Yeah, he is moving again. But there are some troubles going on for Christian Barros as well. And this is something you just have to work with, you know.
Yeah.
The technical...
Just like real life, something can break.
Yeah, you might think that we are in a sim, the car can't break on itself. Like you can't just randomly lose a piston or something, but you can randomly lose anything on your hardware.
Lose a USB connection.
Oh, that would be the worst part possible. You know, how many times you are going nice, the top 10, you know, happy result, and all of a sudden your internet provider just decides to have internet. At that point, you're gone. You better hope you're not in the car when it's your teammate.
I had it once at Spa and I just went off flying.
Yeah, I remember we had that as Keaton tries to go around the outside. It would be Adam Sharp, but now he just has to go through the same troubles Nate Newcomer has been going through the time he was behind him, although Keaton gets a nice run towards Brussels. He's down the inside. Let's see if they can hold it together beautifully.
That's some close racing.
This will turn down to the inside line for Sharp right now. Can Keaton hold the outside line as we are maybe going 3 wide? Oh yes, oh hell yeah we are.
Look at this.
Right now we're really tight between the newcomer. Tries to sneak down the inside of Sharp as well
It's
as he can.
Godzilla. It's Godzilla.
Oh, it's Godzilla. My bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
late braking there.
well, I was thinking Adam Sharp had a different kind of color scheme than I was used to.
Sharp is in front of this pack with 4 seconds.
Yeah, I must have been confused by the live timing because it showed Sharp in front of them but probably did not update.
Now live timing has been crashed. Pit wall's offline.
Ah, never mind then. But Newcomer manages to just keep the car behind Kitten, still behind him, still following. How long can they keep this up? How long do they want to follow each other? You know, Nate is like the puppy that's following you all the way home and doesn't want to let you go.
And then Curtin is the shepherd.
Yeah, probably.
A slow shepherd then.
It doesn't. You don't have to be fast. You just have to be fast enough.
Yeah, we'll leave you to it for a bit. We'll be back later.
Yeah, okay. Meanwhile, we see Wouter Vlang going at it with used to be Damien Wilk. Fight on the outskirts of the top 20. The line just is out in front of Wilk. Now we'll get the outside for turn 1. Maybe a switchback is on the cards. But Lane nicely holds it down the inside and gets the run out of the corner. And up we go. And what a race winner here at Spa just a few days ago in the league race. Definitely poised for a good result again. At P18 it's gonna take a little bit of catching up to do to at least get to the top 10 positions. You know, after a victory, you kinda want to just get back to the top step again as soon as you can. Well, speaking of the top step, Jake Moore just doing Jake Moore things and being fast. Already almost 10 seconds ahead of Tyrion. You can say they are just in a no man's land. Marko Podolski has not been catching them up as much, not much at all. Again, just around 14 seconds, Emil Sieblon nicely following in behind. Rigel, after being just a quiet driving from him, not seen much, but if you don't have to see much of him to get up to P5, I'd say that's a good position to be. But madly behind has been slowly catching him up. See that the lap times were there and thereabouts. And the last lap slightly faster for Madly, about 2/10 faster. As we have first car into the pit lane, I would say it seems to be Adam Sharp, so he decides 1 hour remaining in the race, let's go in there, get some fuel, maybe get some tires, we shall see that on what he decides to do. The sound we have not seen much from yet is RWB Pinpoint. The classic RWB cars for him. Just making his way around into top 15, into the better half of the pack. A good one from him right now. Definitely a result you could be happy about when you can get at least into the top half of the grid. At least it's the better. I mean, he's not gonna have an easy time because Jack Camoletto, he's been faster than Pinpoint for the past few laps. Slowly catching up, slowly being there, and I think in a lap or two, Pinpoint will have lots of things to do. Mainly lots of things with defending, as we have a car that just spun around. Number 77, if I can find car. It's gonna be Miko Sky. Let's see what happened. Oh, just a snap of oversteer through Puon. And oh, that's gonna hurt. Definitely gonna hurt a lot for Miko Sky. And I think this might be even a trip back to the pit lane. As more and more cars are coming to the lane. So the first car that was in Adam Sharp has taken his pit stop and dropped down to P28. Quite a big gap or a big position loss for him. Yeah, man, currently down from P16 up to lost 12 positions. Well, let's see who are our biggest gains. That would be Jack Camoletto behind Pinpoint with 18 positions gained, and he will want to make it 19. Let's see, maybe he can get down to the slipstream. The paradigm shift driver was to the inside, but not close enough to get anything. You'll have to stay behind Pinpoint for a while longer. Another one that has been going quite good, Wutterlein, from P33 now up into P15, yet again the gain of 18 positions. Another good drive would be Damien Wilk. As I say that, Damien has gone for a small trip around. Let's see what has happened here with Damien. Okay. What has happened there? Damien just forgetting that the corner is there. Just taking someone with him. I'm not sure who that might be. May have been Godzilla? No, Godzilla's too far. May even have been Madao looking at it. So Damien will taking out the head steward of RWB. Hey, that's not exactly what you wanna do in a league race, not gonna lie. It's gonna be an interesting day in the steward room for him. As things are happening at the lead, Madley has closed down to Rigel. On his chase up to the positions back up. See, Madley has started P6, so he wants to get back to his starting position. Well, Rigel has gained 7 places from his start. Madley gets dragged through Orush, and it's Radilion actually, yeah. Out with the jokes early. Badly now around the outside, can he pull it off? Breaks late enough, leaves a little bit of room for Rigel there. And Rigel nicely gives him this place, does not fight him too much to endanger each other. Just sees that the fight is lost, consolidates his position, and now he will have to defend from Carlos Bolanos, who is behind, a new name to the RWB league. Looks like Bolanos has some speed in the car. Looking at it right now, starting P18, managed to go up into P8. So lots of good drives from people, lots of position gains. I can also see that there are lots of position losses. Ooh, but the fight in front has not resolved itself yet. Madly is fighting off Rigel, so the Rigel got closer to Madly, who probably made some mistake going through the second sector of Spa and almost gave up that position that he gained. All of the work that you have to put in and just lose it all in a matter of seconds. Oh, late on the brakes, really wide. As Rigel tries to sneak down the inside, he saw an opportunity there, really close between them, as it's easy to tap the car into the spin, as we saw multiple times. Rigel now has the outside line onto Madly. Madly will try to hold on. Rigel tries to brake as late as he dares. Around the outside, maybe tries to get a better run. It is an opportunity now. He is close, but is he maybe a bit too close? Maybe if he can just sneak his nose down the inside to unsettle the car in front of him, maybe there is an opportunity now. Rigel just shows the nose. Have to hold on, but cannot, and now he's in trouble. He's in a big trouble because there's Balamos behind him. Balamos has the run, has the outside line though for the next corner. I need to catch the breath. Balamos just has the car position already all the way up in front of Rigel, and Rigel saw an opportunity there. The opportunity just turned into sadness as he loses another position. There's more going on behind. Nate Newcomer really close to Daniel Barnett and Ollie Curtin, so Newcomer has managed to somehow get past Curtin. There's a little bit of contact between what looked to be Newcomer and Barnett. Barnett sent slightly sliding through the corner there. As the replay doesn't go as far as I wanted it. Awesome. Well, we'll have to return back to the fighting. You see, so Newcomer has somehow managed to get past Ollie Curtin finally, after what would be about 50 minutes of driving behind that Aston Martin, behind the black and yellow B of a car. We can see more and more pit stops happening. I think some drivers are taking the tires. Looks to be Odin Sio and probably also and Simon Martens. Maybe just taking the fuel. Looking on the pit time, what looks to be Mad Al with the 2 minutes and 13 pit stops, Mertens with the 2 minutes 4. So those 10 seconds that Hieran was talking about, that is the extra fuel. But now it doesn't look like no one from the top flight of the race is taking the stop. Probably just waiting for each other, seeing who goes in first. But to be fair, when you are Jake Moore, Tyrion or Badowski, you don't have to stop early. You just can keep driving. Everything's fine. Unless you catch up to any traffic. And meanwhile, looking at what do we see? Rigel has managed to fight back on Carlos Bolamos, so Bolamos somehow probably made a slight error that allowed Rigel to get back into P7. So Bolamos took advantage of what has happened. Rigel probably took advantage as well of the conditions. Meanwhile, another victim of the track limits. Between P16, Dale Keller, drive to penalty, and yeah, that's just gonna hurt. When you just hear the drive to penalty, you don't want to hear it at Spa. When you immediately lose a lap because you went wide 3 times and gained half a second. Yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles. Also looking at Carlos Barros, Rudy on board. He will have to think of something now. He got the opportunity before. And the opportunity has gone. Well, managed to get by. And now he's again back behind Rigel. Let's see what Bolamos can think of now. There won't probably be an opportunity like there was earlier, but there will be some thinking as we have RWB Tyrion has gone into the pit lane. This might be interesting to see. Jake Moore has been faster, so probably Jake has a little bit more fuel than Tyrion. A little bit of slide you could hear there from Marco Badowski going through Lasurs. I do hope you've enjoyed listening to the note of the Aston Martin engine. And interesting things are happening as Tyrion has gone out of the pit lane, and a really short pit stop for him, minute and 55. Take much fuel there, seems like. He's gonna cut it close, at least as close as he can. He probably has gone in just to get enough fuel to take him to the end. And also looking madly behind him was also being in the pit lane. And I can see that there are some pit stops under the 2-minute mark, same also for Jack Camoletto. So seems like those that stop later and later into the race are just gonna have a bit faster stop. They're not taking as much fuel. You see more and more drivers jumping in. Interesting fight will be Carlos Bolanos. And if I can find, what it was, where is Rigel? Yeah, here's Rigel. How do they pan out? Bolanos deciding to take the stop right now. Will Rigel respond at the end of the lap? Maybe he thinks he can just get away with it with his speed and not giving the slipstream to the car behind. We'll see how the tactics go there. Meanwhile, Flack has caught up to the back of Simon Mertens. Mertens has gone out of the pit lane on the previous lap, so he'll have to get the tires up to the temperature as fast as he can, even though you might not change the tires, you still lose some heat and pressures in the pit lane. And definitely in the pit lane of Spa, being so long. But we see a slight wiggle there for Mertens going wide through P1. Now Flack has the opportunity, but he has the outside line for the pit path or fine. It depends on how do you want to call this section of the corners. Flack tries to go around the outside, but he just cannot hold it through there. You have to look behind because he has Madal and D-back closely under his rear wing. And Madal is getting a nice run through there. But doesn't manage to finish off the run through the corners. Meanwhile, Flag really nicely hooking up through the section. You might have two side-by-side moments coming towards Blanchimon. This D-back going down the inside of Mad L and Flag now down the inside of Mertens into the chicane. Flag gets the move done nicely. Paper or textbook stuff from him. Meanwhile, Madal still going side by side with D-back, managing to finally stabilize a little bit and stay in front of the Aston Martin. Aston Martin. All of them are Aston Martins. Just force of habit, not used to having everyone in the same car. This upper position for a Flag into P22, knocking onto the door of top 20, and top 20 will be there as there is FX just exiting out of the pit lane. Yeah, quite a long stop for FX, 2 minutes 21. So big time loss for him. More and more people jump in at this point. You would expect it with being about that hour that we've been driving. It is the point where you kinda just want to get away the necessary parts of the race and just keep going on for the lap times. We see drivers just taking as much of the track limits as they can. Spa being one of the harder tracks, I would say, on ACC, where you can just get off track so easily by just putting the wheel millimeters wide. With how the circuit flows, you just lose or gain some tiniest amount of time. But the track limits are there for everyone, so keep the car between the white lines. That's all you have to do. As we see Madal just taking a little bit of the grass with him, and that's not gonna help you. Grass not being known for its grip. See, now goes under pressure from D-back. D-back has the line for Blanchimon down the inside. Already knows ahead, and car ahead as well. It is for D-back. Now he needs to set his sights up in front onto Simon Mertens. Simon gets a little bit worse around through the second part of Buster, but so does D-bag. Status quo pretty much the same between all of them. Here we have Rigel in the pit lane. So this would probably be the response to Tyrion. Let's see how high can he get up. Rigel was in front of... Wait, not Tyrion, Madley. He was in front of Madley, who has had the average stop a little bit faster than average 158 as he's traveled through the pit lane. So Wouter Blind in his trip towards the pit lane, and let's see what happens. Rigel, how long does he hold? And more importantly, where is Madley? Madley is still at the bus stop. That's gonna be interesting to see. Rigel still stationary as Madley goes into La Source. I think what we can see being the leader of the race. Or is it Jake? Yeah, the leader of the race, Jake Moore, already lapping cars at this point, but take their stops. As you have a yellow flag at Eau Rouge, there's a car spinning sideways. Rivers is slightly into the pit lane, and that was really close for Rigel. definitely a heart-stopping moment there. As he gets out onto the track, and who's that going by? In the right lane would be number 2. Not the car I wanted to look at. That would be Nigel Wood. Yeah, that's Nigel Wood that has gone in front of Raj, who has had a long stop. Madley is in front of him right now. Raj with 2 minutes and 1 pit stop. What was that car that we had sideways? Maybe Dale Keller? Probably as he just lets others get by. Really nicely done for him, just letting the faster cars by in a safe manner, you know, just no point of fighting it. And we have another duo in the pit lane, Rick Dinnersley and Nate Newcomer. Still waiting on Jake Morse, still driving around. And I have to say it's a really high tempo from him. Just 219s. It's quite a solid space from him. He just does not have to look behind. Calm Sunday race. Not Saturday race. And let's see what happens here. Nigel onto the back of Nigel Wood. Nigel managing to get high thanks to pit stops, but yeah, he's yet to stop for his mandatory one. He has been in the pit lane, but it was sadly due to drive-through penalty and losing minute 20. Traveling through the lane, that's quite a lot. But now Nigel has clean air in front of him, just 1 back marker between him and Madley. And you can see Madley is quite far in front. Let's just navigate the traffic, and now it's just clean air. As he has to get closer to Madley, you can see about the Camel Straight distance between them. It should be at about 8 seconds. But that's quite a lot time, but 40 minutes. Yeah, we can gain that. As we have a Jake Moore finally into the pit lane from the lead, and then Emil Sjöblom inherits the lead from him, thanks to that. But also behind Ollie Kirten and Kai Banks, the Godzilla. The last ones that are yet to stop. Meanwhile, this train has been forming here for quite a while. Looks to be Mertens, Flag, Debug, and Madal yet again. So throughout the pit stop sequence, Simon Mertens, with a nice fast stop, has managed to get past Debug Madal yet again. So they've got him on the track, probably with slightly less fuel in the tank, but Mertens, just having to be stationary for a lot less than them, gets the position back. And now, who is the faster now? You had the fuel advantage. Do you have the speed advantage as well right now? Well, it seems like on this trend it is rather equal between all of them. But who is even more equal is Debug. Managing to hook it up nicely through the twisty section of the circuit. Getting close to Flag, so maybe a little bit more wing on that Aston Martin is helping him through the corners. Can he make a move? Can he get closer on the straights? He is thinking about it. He has the look. He has the look down the inside, trying to maybe scare Flag a little bit, you know, making Flag look behind, having to think more about you than the car in front, and just slows Flag down slightly. You know, the tiniest amount of slowdown that you can get on the car in front. We have Ollie Kirtan there, traveling through the pit lane, and yeah, we have everyone. Sieblem, Kirtan, Godzilla all in the pit lane. So Emil not being in the spotlight of P1 for too long. Doesn't probably just want the pressure of leading the race to just fall onto him. He decides to just come into the lane, do his stop, and then just see what happens when he comes out. He was there in P3.
I'm back.
Well, hi, Beck. I'm Dan.
Ah, what has happened? What have I missed?
Everything.
Who's is Moore still leading?
Yeah, Jack is still well, Emil is leading. Not too much anymore. Yeah. Jake Moore just doing Jake Moore things. But Emil with a quite fast stop, 142.2 through the pit lane. So is Kirtan 41. Wow, these are some really fast pit stops from these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen pit stops that were like 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
I just read on Discord that Door had a big crash, and that's why he left.
Yeah, I think we also had someone, Winch, I think it was Alice there, or Winch just having wheel disconnect to him. So yeah, some really unlucky moments for the drivers as Rick Binossi now gets past Kaibanks Godzilla as Godzilla comes out of the pit lane and will have to heat up the tires. You know, he probably did not change them with that fast of a pit stop, you know, you lose the temperature.
Can we see who changed tires or not, or is that not possible?
Just saying, looking at the pit time, probably guessing that those that are under 2 minutes did not change the tires. Emil Sieblem, quite a good race for him. Starting P7 now up into P4, P3, jumping 3 positions. Let's see if he maybe can catch up to Tyrion. You know, as we have a new fastest lap from Jake Moore right now, with it being 2 minute 18.2. So, you know, does his mandatory pit stop and all of a sudden just gets a little bit more speed.
Then he must have changed tires, maybe.
Maybe a small tire change. I don't know. Maybe just trying to wake himself up a little bit. And we had some accidents going on. So we have a replay from Daniel Barnett. Or we don't? Okay. I'm just trying to get on with the broadcasting tool and things that it gives us. But yeah, we had a few ones. I think Miko Sky, the number 77.
I see newcomers still behind curtain.
Oh.
This is Medley.
What has happened with Medley? I see an accident here lined up for the highlights. But the broadcasting tool is playing with me a little bit, I can say that. But yeah, we had Miko Sky having the similar accident to who it was in Puon. The car just decided to yeet itself off the line.
Metal on the outside.
Mad Al all the way wide through Blanchimon trying to defend his position.
Oh, brake too late. Oh, punt. Oh, big crash.
What's that? That looks to be a debug. Let's see what happened here.
Yeah, it's the same as what happened to newcomer Curtin. Oh, this is gonna be penalty. You're gonna get punished for this.
Few cars getting into each other. I think D-Bag just got so much better run through the corner than he anticipated at that point. I think we got another fastest lap from Jake Moore.
2:18.1.
Yeah, 281. That's a blistering pace from him right now.
Yeah, he definitely changed tires.
He changed tires, didn't lose much time, and he's now just up there hot lapping for himself, having a little bit of fun.
I read in the YouTube chat that Charger was out of fuel.
Charger, you have one job. One job, just stop in the time. How can you run out of fuel? I will need a little bit more information on that. Wait, can I just drag Charger down here? Where is he?
I think he's still racing.
Wait, is he racing?
I think he's 8 laps behind or something.
No, he's stationary.
Oh, it's in pit.
Wait, let me just drop him down here. Charger!
Mate, did you forget the fuel?
Hello.
What happened? What happened?
Fuel.
What do you mean run out of fuel? There is plenty of fuel in the pit lane.
No, I was right on the limit, and then as I was going to come in for fuel, I saw FX go in the pits. I thought, oh, I'll run one more lap, and then as I looked down at the fuel, I had 2 points. I was like, oh, shit! So I went round the track, 4th, 5th, 6th, and I ended up running out of fuel just as I crossed the pit entrance.
Oh.
I thought, I could roll it down the hill, but I didn't get quite over the hill to roll it down enough. So,
Wait,
Yeah,
did you just
exactly.
engage map 8?
Sorry?
Couldn't you just engage the fuel map 8?
Yeah, most people would do that, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
But you didn't.
No.
Oh, Charger. Wise lesson today then.
Wait,
Always taking off fuel.
wait, but you were in a pit lane already. Can't you just get your pit crew to roll you back into the pit stall?
Could have escaped and gone into the pit, but I would have been another lap down. I got stuff from the start. I don't know what happened going up Eau Rouge, but
It was a big crash, right? We saw it on the minimap.
yeah, people just stopped. I saw brake lights come on. I hit the brakes, but it was too late. They were pretty much stationary going up there as the race had just started. So I don't know what happened now. I'll have to look back at it. But I had 30 seconds damage from that. So I was putting in 225, 226, 227s, and I thought I'll run it a bit, and then I went in and just fixed the damage 30 seconds and carried on, and I was down to 221. So yeah, and then ran out of fuel. So yeah,
Unfortunate. Hopefully better next week.
yeah, I'm not great at Spa anyway. It's one of my nemesis tracks actually. So
228. Meanwhile, the leader Jake Moore with the best lap of one would be a bit too much. 218.1.
yeah, I was down to 221, so not too bad. But
Jake is flying at the moment.
Oh,
Bit of contact between Rigel and Godzilla.
a little bit of argy-bargy between both of them. Godzilla gets the run into Brussels and just easily gets past. Maybe Rigel just slowing down, not gaining a position with a little bit of aggression.
I think Bolenos. Is it behind or is it a back marker that's behind him?
That would be Carlos Bolenos as another fastest lap. Jake Moore is just flexing on everyone right now. 2 minutes 18 flat.
Maybe he gets it in the 2:17s, doing some quali laps.
Can we just ping Jake, please go faster?
I think his quali lap was 2:16. So.
Yeah, that's true.
I was using Jake's setup as well. It's a good setup.
Yeah, must be. I only got the car down to 17.4, but felt like my max.
I remember when we did the race here. I didn't even bother with the qualifying for the endurance because I just could not get the speed up. But I remember doing the entire 12-hour race, I still didn't manage to get the track medals out of it.
That's an achievement on its own.
Yeah, literally, when the constructors rolled up, oh, that's a bit tight between Rigel and Bolamos, but they somehow survived that. Yeah, literally, the constructors rolled up, spies coming up. I don't have my track medals, okay.
Wow.
But it's hard being backpacker. In the endurance race, there's cars left, right, center. You need to pull away from your position. You just don't have time to do 4 consecutive clean laps.
But you get the medals when you just don't crash, right?
No, you have to have 4 consecutive laps within the track limits. And with Spa being Spa, it's quite easy to put your car away from the white lines.
Yeah, that's true. We saw a drive through after 5 minutes, right? So.
Yeah, we only saw one more after that. So it has been everyone's been a good boy for the duration of the race. With all of the experience that we have on the grid, what kind of expect? Yeah, and the Jake just does the 218.000.
Oh yeah, he did.
That's OCD pleasing.
I'm still curious if newcomers ever gonna get past Curtin.
Wait, are you telling me newcomers back behind?
Yeah,
What?
yes.
How did that happen? He was ahead.
It's the Curtin train coming all over again.
Well, the gap is at 2.8 seconds right now, so I wouldn't get the hopes up that much.
Medley is close to newcomer, so.
Yeah, but Nate has managed to get by Ollie Kirtan at some point. But probably looks like during the pit stop he has lost that time. As I'm looking at it right now, he has a 4 seconds slower stop than Kirtan. So yeah, he's been chasing him for the duration of the race and still ends up behind.
The top 3 is just driving in no man's land at the moment.
But isn't it a beautiful no man's land, just up there in the top 3? Although Marco Badowski has managed to lose the position to Emil Sjöblom in the pit cycle as well. So Sjöblom has elevated himself up into P3, but Badowski isn't that far. Although the lap times
But yeah, Badowski's 1.2 seconds quicker last lap. So he's definitely catching him. Maybe Sjöblom didn't change tires.
Probably, no, I don't think he changed tires with the pit stop of 1 minute 42. It's always weird when you can just count the stop in minutes. And Badowski, let's see if he can close him down fast enough. But even if he closes him down, can he get by?
Medley is chasing newcomer, getting closer and closer every lap.
Well, let's look at how things are going with the few minutes remaining as we have a car stationary that's
Oh, who is this?
Dale Kelleher.
He's dead.
Let's see what has happened to him if the replay catches it.
I think he lost it in Eau Rouge. Yeah. Oh. He's dead.
That's nasty.
Yep, he's dead.
Oh yeah, that's... The hammer is not gonna help with that car, for sure.
Duct tape fixes everything.
I think even flex tape is gonna be too short for this one. But you can see he just tapped the inside wall just a tiny bit, and that's all she wrote. There he goes into the wildlands of the forest.
Badowski's getting closer to Shablom now. He's catching him.
Gap under the second right now.
Last lap, he I think 1.4 seconds he gained.
I was just reading Martin Pater's comment on YouTube. Yes, Martin, I'm having trouble finishing races. I think I'm going to take up darts or something.
As we see right now, Godzilla losing up position to Rigel. Just Godzilla. Yeah, it is Godzilla. Just going a little bit wide through the first corner, and Rigel gets up into the top 10 positions. But Godzilla will not want to give it up so easily. He's in the slipstream right now.
Yeah, Godzilla's a hard one to pass.
I just can't get a...
Oh, drive to for curtain. Drive to for curtain.
What?
Oh, that's gonna cost him.
Oh, Ollie, what have you been doing, man?
Throwing away his race.
And that's about minute and 20 that you can add to his current position, and that's gonna put him, well, somewhere in the back.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's
This
see.
will be an important one. 20 minutes to go. Marko Badowski, Emil Sieblom fight for what will be podium positions, as we have a car that's doing car things.
I think it's gonna be at P18, P17 if I look at the time.
Because Sky with some problems right now. Let's see if we can see what has happened. Nope.
Love the replay tool.
Yeah, you did see this.
Oh, I think Badowski's P3 now.
Oh, not yet, and will still fight back. You will have the inside line now coming.
Oh, we're going too wide in a Rouge. No.
Curtin's got a drive through.
Yeah, we just said that. He's gonna be P6, 17, 18, something around that.
Oh, that's harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a good defense from Emil Sieblom onto Marko Badowski. Keeps his third place, but how long can Sieblom keep this going? I know the man is a good driver, but if you put too much pressure on him, he can crack like a hard-boiled egg at some point.
Yeah, but Badowski has fresher tires, so he can just be all over Shablom.
I don't think Badowski changed the tires as well. I think they are both on the same set that they started on.
Oh, you got a run?
Let's see what it does. Emil now just has to remain calm. It's a tough position to be in that he is in right now. But it is manageable. You can hold up the car behind. You just need to place yourself in good positions. And most importantly, know that you are in control. Because as long as you just like think about yourself, you are fine. When you start to think what is the car behind doing, you are already just one step to be behind.
Medley is still close to newcomer on P6 and 7. It's all close together in the top 10 now.
Yeah, as the gaps have gotten bigger during the race, but they are all just coming back down towards the end. You can see Marko just wrestling the car to find the better run into the corners.
Only Jake Moore and Tyrone are just getting away from everyone.
But the lap traffic is now coming towards them, and I wonder what's gonna happen. This might help one or the other, or neither of them. Marco is in the top.
Oh, bad exit, bad exit.
Well, he didn't manage to get the run through Eau Rouge, but he was in a good position to just get the slingshot out of the corner.
Well, Jake Moore just did a 2.18.0 again.
2:18.075. The man just flexing. He's just.
I will make him run for it next race. Try.
Yeah, sorry to hear about your monitor.
Yeah, it's a shame. I was really looking forward to it, to finally get like the whole setup complete.
Yeah, at least I have someone to talk to.
Yeah.
It gets lonely here in the commentary box.
You were normally commentating with someone else, right?
That depends. Meanwhile, Marco Badowski just makes us look foolish and goes around the outside of Emosible through Puon. I guess that's the move done. But yeah, I've been kinda doing the commentary on my own during the second season of Constructors. But sometimes, someone else just drops in to have a chat. The 6 hour of Le Mans was definitely an interesting one to go through.
Ooh, are these all back markers they're driving through?
Yeah, the backmarkers, they maybe can provide an opportunity for Emosible to get by, but
It's really close.
if the opportunity comes, he will have to take it. There is no delaying of any move. He was so old,
Oh, crash. Someone is off.
spinning around. Who's that?
85, 85.
851, that's Simon Martens. What happened there?
Think he just lost it on the curbs?
Yeah, just lost it on the outside, and that wall is closer than you think. And that's a lot of damage for him. But 50 minutes remaining. Is it even worth going to the pit lane to try to fix the car? That seems like it is.
Who's in front of him in the pits? It's Curtin. It's Curtin serving his drive-through.
Yeah.
Let's see where he ends up.
Let's leave the pain with Oli Kirtan going. What is it? 60 kph? No, less than that. 50. And it feels like eternity.
I would say P17, P18.
Oh, placing bets. Only today. Win 500 euros if you bet correctly.
With RWB waiting on the cars.
Yeah. Win 500 euros who guesses correctly where Oli Kirtan is gonna go out.
Win 500, spend 1000. That sounds good.
13th.
I mean, that's how the betting works, doesn't it?
Charges at 13th. But you called it real late. It's not. That's not fair. It's not roulette.
I did quick maths.
You've been doing math instead of math.
Maths. We call it maths.
Okay.
Short for mathematics.
Don't remind me of that, please.
It all went wrong. Breaking Bad, more of that mad cooking.
It all went wrong when they invented alphabet into the math. Until then, it was fun.
Oh, algebra! Forget that.
Yeah, like at the point,
Curtin is 16th, so it was quite close.
Yeah, but with the math, it was fun in the beginner school. Like, yeah, it's all just the numbers. Then all of a sudden, just letters appear. And then all of a sudden, numbers are gone. You're just doing letters at that point.
It appears I need to go back to school and do my math.
A little bit of alpha, a bit of beta on the side. Look at this, you got Silla chasing Flyen.
Yeah. Wouter Vleyen.
Wouter. It's a Dutch name, I think.
It's Belgian.
Belgium, yeah. It's almost the same.
Or German French, how we call him.
Depends on where he lives in Belgium, right? There's a Dutch part and then French part.
Yeah. The Belgium is interesting from what I heard from him,
Belgium is just fake Dutch.
Discount Netherlands.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's been doing rather well in this race, up 22 positions from P33 on the grid.
That's a really good job.
The third racing driver. Otherwise,
I think Camerata also gained a lot of positions, right?
look at Jack, 19 positions gained, yeah, as well. He's been doing rather fine for 32nd on the grid. Looking now on the team Regretta Racing development driver behind Daniel Barnett, so he's gained 22. He wants to gain another one for sure.
Definitely.
Looking for the grid, others that have had some good gains. Carlos Bolanos up 10 positions. Damien Wilk up 12. Also Javier Guini up 10.
How are you seeing this that quickly?
The ACC TV broadcasting thingy. Trying to make the broadcasting a little bit less painful. Looking on the other hand, Ollie Kierton definitely the biggest the biggest loss for this race.
No. The biggest loser is Door. That's the biggest loser of today.
Yeah, probably with the wheel failing on him.
Yeah. Oh, look at this.
And let's go on the inside. Would
Oh,
really trying
sorry.
to go through there. No,
Oh.
Ooh, a bit squeezed there.
he wanted to go for that. You could see it through the car behavior, but
I would call that ambitious.
you need to be like ambitious, a little bit of aggression.
If you don't going for the gap that doesn't exist, are you even a racing driver?
Yeah, the one overused line in the racing. I mean, if there's a gap, you never know. It might never appear again, but at some point the gap, you have to think it's not gonna be there.
Nah, just send it. Dive bomb everyone. And then you get Charger that's saying it's not allowed. It's always a shame.
Yeah, then they don't even allow you flashing the lights.
Nah.
Ruining all the fun.
Yeah.
You can flash as much as you want.
And then you get a penalty from Charger.
Yeah.
And
It's not from I don't give out penalties.
You just get a goon squad sent to your house.
Yeah, you get the 3 a.m. knock on the door.
No, I think what happens is that you wake up with a flashlight in your mouth, and then they wake you up.
Let's not dive more into the dark realms of the flashlights.
With an A or E or E?
Both. Well, we are past 10 a.m., so I think it's allowed.
Do we have an 18 plus channel?
Yeah, it's fine.
Can we get a sponsor on the board at some point?
Oh, let's get back to racing. Wouter is still chasing, getting closer.
At least you have one bonus. You can do a drop round, so your first race isn't. You're still in the championship.
Oh, I can still win. Easy
can.
winning. I'll win all races from now on, and then I'm champion.
Well, you're gonna have to.
Yeah, otherwise Jake will.
A little bit of bumping will have to be charged.
Yeah, Water got him.
Nicely done by Wouter Vleen. Up a position and into the top 10 from P33. Not bad. As I said, the man has won a race at Spa like a few days ago. So, poised after that one.
Where are we heading next week?
Zolder.
Oh.
Zolder Mercedes GT4s.
Oh, it's the Aston GT4s.
Aston GT4, sorry.
I don't know whose brilliant idea was it to go to Zolder.
Well, the GT4s take the curbs better, don't they? And Zolder's got some rather nasty curbs, so
Yeah, so don't brake at the chicane, just fly.
yeah, just pretty much take the first hump and just go straight across it. Yeah.
Sounds good. We'll give it a go.
At least make it wet.
You need to get 4 wheels off the ground to reconsider the lift.
Charge, don't underestimate the racing drivers.
I can imagine.
Do we get like extra points if we do that?
Oh, we might give bonus points, yeah.
Just bonus points.
We'll measure the distance.
I literally just bring out the ruler and slap it onto my monitor.
What do you want to measure?
The height.
Yeah, we're doing the RWB high jump championship. We're going for Olympics.
Sounds good. It's like Formula 1, right? You get one extra bonus point for the quickest lap. We're doing the highest jump. Who's this?
Okay.
Who are we watching? Eugenie and Bull.
Yeah, currently the smallest gap there is on the track, as everyone has just spread out, socially distancing from each other. These two know what it's good for them.
They like to touch.
A little bit of touching is not bad in the GT3. It's a tin cans. They can take a little bit of rub. It's not your classic open wheelers that just dissolve the moment you touch on the car. As it's known, a healthy dose of aggression is needed to be successful.
And fuel is needed to be successful.
I don't know.
We can ask Charger.
I ran out of fuel only once. You do these mistakes only once.
Yeah, it's not very often I run out of fuel. Just usually run out of skill. I was going to go with a 50-50 strat and change tyres because it's 15 seconds. You lose out 15 seconds basically. So
yeah. You were going to change tires, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, 50 minutes. If you're losing, that's what 25 laps. If you're losing a second a lap because your tyres are going off, it sort of worked out for me to change the tyres. I don't know how many people have actually changed tyres. I'd be interested to find out.
I would say many have changed tires, but I think some also have not changed the tires.
Would be nice if ACC implemented it.
It would be nice if ACC implemented many things, but we get what we are given.
I think they probably don't give some information from other drivers because if you had endurance, people will be scouting the cars and going, "Oh, they've changed tyres, they've got this much fuel, blah blah."
That's what they do in iRacing, right?
I'm not sure.
I mean, it's not like in real life. You know that someone changed tires because you can see the pit crew out there with the new set. So.
Yeah, but you don't know what the fuel strat might be, do you?
Well, I don't need to know the fuel of the others, but knowing if they change tires because you can't see the pit crew here, I think that's not something that you would not know in real life. I mean, at this point, the teams are probably just calculating the speed of the pit stop anyway to see how much fuel probably is in that car.
I don't really see the point of running longer than 50% if you are going to change tyres. It makes no sense, does it? You might as well hit halfway.
Depends. If you do the last stint on lower fuel and new tires, you can get some really quick laps in.
Yeah, I suppose if you've got clean air, you can just keep running.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say maybe going for the hour or like something close to that. And then changing the tires might be a stretch to go.
Depends on if you're in a group and you're getting held up or something. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like for Jake Moore, it doesn't matter, but.
Yeah, Jake just out there doing fast laps. Literally seconds faster than the cars behind him, already 43 seconds ahead of Tyrion. Can we just add ballast to him to make it a bit more fair?
I'm going to dump a load of house bricks in his boot. Couple of bags of sand.
Gave him a random flat tire during the race.
Oh, I could give him an SG30, couldn't I?
Oh. Then he still wins.
I don't think he does.
No,
Well.
I don't think so either. But
Do you even know the password?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I know who I can't make angry.
oh, look at this! Is this still a battle for P4?
Yeah, it's Civil Newcomer and Madley going at it.
Come on, Maddie, my teammate. I'm cheering.
But you have to cheer on for your teammates.
But if he's in the way next week, we'll give him a little nut.
Just a little bit 360 no scope.
Yeah, you know how it goes. Just say, yo mate, let me go.
Remember Imola?
Yeah. Remember me? Remember me? Oh, is it gonna happen?
Looks like it is.
Well, this will be a move to
On the
remember the
outside.
newcomer. Trying to go around the outside into what's the corner?
The right one.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, the corner goes towards the right.
He really wants that position, doesn't he?
If they
Yeah.
if they get a little touchy, Medley is P4.
Yeah, but look at the time. There is no more time left anymore.
This is the finish.
Yeah, so this looks like this should be the checkered flag for Jake Moore.
He wins it again. Easy win.
Just another one. Another one bites the dust, and Jake Moore takes the victory yet again.
He ended with a 2:18.3. Ooh.
Man's not gonna stop, but Nate really wants to get by Emil. Last lap going at it.
I smell a little dive bomb in the chicane.
I think Madley's going to go for one as well there because he's right behind.
Maybe
he
should.
waits and just see if it works out.
Well, into the chicane comes
Darwin
out
with the P2.
Second position in the no man's land.
Same goes for Badowski.
Let's see what is Nate doing.
Yeah.
He's
No,
close.
it's too far.
Oh, I don't know.
There is a chance. Here's the line for the corner.
Send it!
Weak.
We need to give a penalty for that. That's
No balls. As Mark Badowski comes across the line, Emil Sibel holding off the Nate Newcomer and Madley for P4. Here comes Rick Binnersley for P7 in the questionably colored Aston Martin.
You're not a fan of purple, and are you?
I'm a fan of purple, but I'm not sure I like it in this combination with the yellow. Carlos Bolanos in P8, Daniel Barnett swinging it around for P9, chased by Godzilla, who finishes out the top 10. So Screampack has somehow managed to lose the top 10 position. Disappointing.
That was almost a photo finish. Good racing.
Oh hell yeah, good racing it was. Let's see if maybe I can get someone for a small chat.
Who do you want for a chat?
Well, of course, our race winner, Jake Moore, in the commentary booth.
There he is. Jake, how was the race?
Hello.
Jake, you're too fast, man. How was the race?
This was good, mate. You know, I had Dave pressuring me for the first stint, and then I seemed to gain as the tyres wear, and I think I gained another 10 seconds in the pit stop. So it was pretty just bring it home after that.
We were curious, did you change tires?
Yeah, it was 13-second delta that you were gonna lose. You would gain 13 seconds if you didn't take tyres, but I was going a second quicker than my pace was on the worn tyres.
Yeah, you were almost going down to the 217s. You did 218.000.
I was trying for it, but you know, I was in the traffic at the time, and I'd gain in one section and lose out in another. But you know, kudos to the guys that were back markers and adhering to the blue flags. They did an excellent job.
Good racing at least.
Well, we are here with other members and other positions. RWB Tyrion. Hey, wait, can you hear this?
Yep.
Congratulations, Tyrion on the P2.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, seems like a rather race in the no man's land for you for the most part of it.
Yeah, it was, but I'm not too disappointed in that. So, if you've only got speed ahead of you, then I'll take that. It was a bit lonely, but I was a bit worried at one point that maybe I got the strategy wrong or something. But it all seemed to work out. I wasn't expecting to beat speed, so that was as good as I could get, really.
Well, not expecting this time. What about for the next race? Zolder?
I quite like Zolder, I must admit. So we'll have to see, but don't hold your breath.
I think at the beginning of the race you had a little opportunity to pass Jake when he made a mistake in the chicane.
Yeah, we had a little side by side coming towards the source, but it was way too early to get punchy. Sort of nearly a 2-hour race, and I was quite happy sitting in his toe, if I'm honest. And we pulled away from the guys behind. We got like a 2-3 second gap early on, and then once that happened, speed just found his rhythm, and off he went. Really, sort of a little bit every lap, and at that point, I basically said to myself, just stay on your pace, don't try and match his, because I'll end up in the wall. So, I'd say it paid off in the end. A bit lonely, but I'll take that. It's my best result for a long time.
Well, and the final podium positions for Marco Badowski. Marco, it didn't look like a podium until the very end of the race.
At first I lost a position on the start to Nate, I believe, and I was in P5, but they still had an incident and I was able to pull away from everyone except Zierblum, I believe. When the pit stops came, we both had different strategies. He didn't change the tires, but I did. Luckily, I was able to catch up to him towards the end. He was defending very well, but I don't know how really I managed to squeeze through for P3.
But yeah, I think it was a great move from the outside into, what was it, P1. But did you believe into the podium when you said you changed the tires? He didn't. Did you have the belief in yourself that I have the fresh tires, I'm gonna catch him up?
Yeah, I'm not really a tire manager, to be fair. If I would have gone for the same strategy, I would have dropped way back in the standings, I believe. But yeah, I had 45 minutes to go, a fresh set of tires with a very aggressive setup, to be fair, and I just had to push to the end.
Well, that was our top three. If anyone has any further questions for them. Well, if that's it, that will be the race for today. I hope everyone that has been watching has enjoyed. If you did, check out the website rwbracing.club. We have many more races happening, other different sims and things that are gonna happen very soon. And we'll be looking forward to seeing all of you back on the racetrack.
Thanks everyone.
Cheers.